And we begin tonight with a search for the escaped Arkansas inmate Grant Hardin, who is the center of a nationwide manhunt. Hardin is a former Benton County police chief convicted of murder and rape. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6 o'clock. I'm Allie Lynch. The FBI is now offering a $10,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of the 56-year-old known as the Devil of the Ozarks. And we're now learning more about Hardin's extensive history here in Northwest Arkansas's law enforcement agencies. We're joined now by KNWA's Gabriella Phelan. And Gabriella, you had the chance to go through the nearly 200-page personnel file on Hardin, and it revealed some shocking details during his time in uniform.
Allie, that's right. In fact, this picture behind me is Grant Hardin in 1990 wearing a Fayetteville Police Department uniform. We uncovered it today after Hardin's personnel file was released to us. Newly released records from the Fayetteville Police Department now coming to light, offering a highly detailed look into the beginnings of Grant Hardin. The nearly 200-page personnel file starts by showing Hardin's original application to the Fayetteville Police Department more than 30 years ago. The application shows Hardin got a normal start here in Northwest Arkansas, attending Pea Ridge High School in 1981. There, he was an exemplary student who was involved in all sorts of clubs like National Honor Society, Student Council, and even ROTC, just to list a few. The application for that police job asks his hobbies, where Hardin handwrites that he enjoyed things like hunting, weightlifting, and basketball. A later page details his apparent desire to become a police officer, saying, quote, "I have finally reached the age to where I can apply for a law enforcement position, and I feel that the responsibility of protecting the public is one I am willing to take on." The application asks his thoughts on deadly force, to which he writes in that it is a last resort but should be used if absolutely necessary. A common part of the application process to become a police officer is finding character references. In the file, Hardin has multiple references, people like pastors, family friends, and Sunday school teachers, each going on to describe Hardin as an honest Christian boy who held all of the right qualities to make a good officer. One of those references from an apparent church friend says he'd, quote, "trust Hardin with anything," and that they'd never seen him mad. Then his pastor says Hardin was a, quote, "kind and courteous man who was not drawn by the crowd, and that he'd hire him in a minute." Another reference, his former Sunday school teacher said, quote, "I'm retired now, but he still takes the time to come to visit me." The rest of the file details his experiences during his field training, where officers say that Hardin failed to improve as a patrolman. And then just pages later, his termination letter from Fayetteville Police Department. The then chief stating that his efforts fell short of the average probationary officer and that he had a hard time accepting criticisms. That letter marking the beginning of a tumultuous career in law enforcement. Now, this information is truly just scratching the surface on Hardin's history. You can read more on our website, knwa.com. Live in studio, Gabriella Phelan, KNWA Northwest Arkansas News.